Welcome to the Big Scoop with Coop. I'm your host, Coop. Big shout outs to everyone that's listening on Apple Podcasts, Pandora, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, Stitcher, wherever you're listening to. Big shout outs to you. If you want to catch the video version of this show, make sure you go to my website to catch full episodes at thebigscoopwithcoop.com. Also on YouTube at youtube.com/The Big Scoop with Coop. You can also catch a 15-minute preview of this episode right here on Instagram at Big Scoop with Coop. All right, people, enough about me. Today's guest, she is a stand-up comedian. She has her own company. It's called the Summers Group. She has a 30-minute stand-up special that's on Peacock and Amazon Prime. Ladies and gentlemen, Jiaoying Summers. Now, Jiaoying is, once again, is a very successful comedian. She has made it into the Asian Hall of Fame, and she has so much more that's going on in her career. So we're going to kick it with Jiaoying, see what's going on. You will hear about her career, her 30-minute special, and more. Ladies and gentlemen, Jiaoying Summers. Jiaoying Summers, welcome to the show.
Hi guys, thank you so much. The Coop is so exciting. I heard a wonderful thing about the Coop, and I'm so happy I'm here.
Yes. Now, Jiaoying, how's your day going so far?
It's good. My dog is barking. Steph, should we get him in here? Because he's barking. My dog has separation anxiety. So he barks whenever he's not in the same room as me.
Hey,
so
I mean,
I'm letting him a collar so he can bark. He can, like, I don't know, like, to help him anyway. But I'm good. I have my staff working in the home office with me so I can work well, not stay too far away from the kids.
Nice. Now, Jiaoying, you know your dog and comedy clubs got something in common. When you're not in that comedy club, they'd be barking for you to come back to them. So that's nothing new right there. That's definitely nothing new. Now, Jiaoying, like I told everyone, you've been doing big things in your career. You're nowhere close to ending your career. Now, for the people that's getting introduced to you for the first time, when did you first realize that you wanted to become a stand-up comedian?
I was always funny. I always wanted to make people laugh, and I wasn't attractive when I was China as a girl who wasn't beautiful in the Chinese standard, and I was not allowed to wear pretty clothes, pink, and being funny is the only way I can get attention and to make people care about me. So I was always witty, and I like to read books. I like to read poetry. I'm a poet. I like the word. I like the art of the words. The words has always been my best friend. So I came to America. I started pursuing acting when I was 22, 23. I started with Howard Fine Acting Studio. I did all of the training, and I realized that my accent has been really, really hard, because I can really get close to a role, a movie, or anything, but then I never get the job because my accent is the concern. People don't like my accent. When they want to cast a Chinese American girl who was from China, they want a Chinese girl who was born in America who have an American accent to put on a fake Chinese accent. They don't want a real Chinese accent. Then there's the American Chinese girls who was born in America. Obviously, I can't play those because I don't have an American accent. So it has been really difficult for me. And I auditioned for John Singleton's TV show called Rebel. Mm-hmm. It's a TV show with the lead actress. I think her name is Rebel. She is a African American girl. She's a cop, and she has a sidekick. It's a Chinese girl. Her name is Karma. The story would be happening in San Francisco, in Oakland, and I auditioned for the role. And John Singleton liked me a lot, and I really thought I had a chance. And then I forgot one line. I stopped improvising. And then the whole casting people were start laughing. John Singleton laughed, and he walked to me from the table, playing this little clip on YouTube of Ali Wang's stand-up comedy, Baby Cobra. He said, "You should do stand-up. You're gonna be a star." I was really flattered. I saw that it meant that he's gonna book me for the role. So I'm like, oh my God, do I have the role now? Are you booking me for the job? He goes, hell no. You don't sound like you're a girl from Oakland. No. But if you listen, you do stand up, you're going to be a big star. You don't even care about this role anymore. You're going to get big roles. Wow. I didn't understand the meaning behind that. I just thought that was a nice no. because I knew nothing about stand-up comedy. I catch up with everything after I start doing stand-up. Now I learned the history of stand-up comedy, Rachel Pryor, George Carlin, Mama Mabley, and Joan Rivers, all of those great things. But back then I knew nothing about stand-up. All I know is acting, and I felt very defeated. And I moved back to China and got married and had a baby. And when I came back, I realized that my baby was 1 year old, and all of my friends, they are taking off in their career. They are signing with CAA. They are in major movies with Meryl Streep. I am just sitting there, fat, alone, no career. Have a baby, but I just still want to have a career in entertainment, in performing. And it was so painful. I got a message from John Singleton. He goes, "Did you try your open mic? Did you try anything?" I said, "No." He said, "You have to try open mic and you have to catch up with me so I can see how I can help you with." He said, "If you listen to what I tell you, in 2 years, you have your comedy special on TV and I'd like to direct it."
Ooh. Now look at that turnaround right there, Jiaoying. You went for this one role, didn't get it, and he called it. John called it, and look at you now. Number. Jeez.
He gave me he got my number. He just texted me to try to check in if I tried stand up. So at that moment, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna try my first open mic. I have to try it. I may fail, but I'm gonna try it. So I had this very severe postpartum depression. And my ex-husband did not believe in therapy. So I wasn't getting treated. I just really like channeling my anger and sadness by myself. I went to the open mic. I was still breastfeeding. I went there, and then I remember I go on stage. I bombed so bad. It was awful. I bombed so bad. And it was so painful, I remember not remembering saying anything. I just remember people talking about, "Oh my God, she is so awful. Somebody should not be doing stand-up comedy." And then I was like, I'm gonna go. So I walked by the bar. I got 2 shots of vodka and soda, and I walked to my car. I sat there, start crying. Like a breastfeeding women, like when you start crying, your breasts start you start having milk out. And my shirt are all wet. I have another open mic. I have to go to another location. I'm like, how do I go there? Oh my God. Then I use my, the little bottle to catch the milk. I'm like, okay, I'll just save the milk for the baby. Then I'm like, no, you can't give them to the baby because there's vodka in the milk. So I'm like, let me dump the milk. Then I'm like, wait, this could be the best. Oh my God. The dogs. This could be the best White Russian in the world. I started drinking it.
Now,
I cry.
Now, Jiaoying, I'm not going to lie. I know that day had to be very stressful for you. I know it had to be, especially the situations of you bombing out, then the leaking of the breast and everything. And look, you turned everything around in your career. See, I was about to ask you about the hurdles in your career, and you basically answered it right there. You had that whole thing like a mountain caving on you, and you still continued to go, and you did it. Now, Jiaoying, I want to talk about this. Now, you went through all of that, and now you're on TikTok doing your thing, and now you have 1.3 million followers. Now, how excited were you when you started seeing those numbers shoot up?
I decided to do stand up, and I did my first open mic. Started doing all the open mic. I realized there's not enough stage time for me to become a star, because becoming a star is not guaranteed, but becoming good is guaranteed. If you keep working on yourself, you get better. I want to become good to have the possibility of becoming a star, and I don't think there's enough hours. So I just started to do any open mic I want, but it wasn't enough. So I bought my own comedy club in 2 months. I bought my club so I can do 10 hours a day. And then 1 month later, the pandemic came. I have to decide, should I close the club for good? Because I'll be paying rent every month. Or should I keep it, have it right there for me when the pandemic is over? I choose to keep it. And I go from doing 10 hours a day, every day on stage, hosting open mics, no stage time at home. So I decided to go over all my jokes I wrote to talk it to a phone and post it on TikTok. That's how I started. And I realized that it's amazing platform to test out materials. Because in a traditional way, you go to 3 open mics a week. You test out some materials in a month, you find out something can be funny. 2 months, in a year, you have 5 minutes.
Right.
But with the social media, I post 3 jokes a day. And in 1 week, I have 1 video go to millions of views. And that will be the materials I work on, because that is connecting with the audience. I don't have to spend 1 year to find out what is my voice. The internet tells me what is connecting. So whatever is connecting is me being a dumpster baby. It's me being a woman who wants a career. It's comparing a Chinese parenting and American parenting, Chinese wife, Japanese wife, and dating, relationship, all the pain, all my real life, the real thing that connects. So that helped me finding my voice during the pandemic. I got 1 million followers during the pandemic. When I reopened, I got a baby girl. I got 1 million followers on TikTok. And that helped me finding my voice. Also, I worked very, very hard to get on the Laugh Factory. Nobody would ever know that I was standing outside the Laugh Factory with my lawn chair I ordered from Amazon, sitting there with the homeless and the crazy, and waiting for 5 hours to have a chance to open mic to showcase myself in front of Booker for a year. Every Tuesday I'm there.
Wow.
We have to just lock him in the main room. Sorry about this.
No, yeah.
And it needs to put him in the main room and lock it up. I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
So
now,
Laugh Factory wasn't easy, and I really didn't get a chance to be seen by the Booker. But finally, there was the search for the funniest female comedian of Laugh Factory. I submit online my tape, and they select for me to compete. And I think I'm one of the comedian one, and I passed the Laugh Factory that night. And that's the moment. I have that photo I want to share with you. Is that I drove by Laugh Factory. My face is on the marquee. Right above me is Ali Wang with her new special, Dong Wang. And I took that photo, and I was just wondering if John Singleton can see it from heaven. He'll be like, I was right about her. This girl did not give up. This girl did want it to be done. And she was, she was not disappointed. And she did what I told her would be the path. I mean, he saw it from, Taraji P. Henson. A lot of great entertainers. He saw it in me. And there's something there I developed. I worked very hard to harvest whatever he saw in me. And I was very sad he couldn't be there to see that moment. But I made it happen.
He was there in spirit, though. He definitely was.
It wouldn't happen if it wasn't for him. He was very certain that I would become a star. I'm still not certain. I'm kidding. I'm certain.
How about to say, let me go on and reconfirm that for you. You're a star. You are doing big things. And I do got to go on and give you your props while you're here right now. Now, Jiaoying, like I told you, I know it will sound like a parrot, but it is amazing how your career developed over time. And now it doesn't matter where you go. It could be online or in person. Someone is going to know you, and they're going to know your jokes, and they're going to know what you have been through and what you're talking about. Big shout outs to you, Jiaoying. And please, please, please do not give up on your career, because you're doing big things, and I know you will continue to do big things. Now, speaking of the Laugh Factory, now, how exciting is it to still be going to the Laugh Factory compared to day one when you first went?
It humbles me every time when I drive by Santa Monica Boulevard, seeing Jiaoying Summers and my face on the marquee. And I talked with Tiffany Haddish, and she told me that when she was taking the bus from South Central, when she was a little girl, like a teenager, to the Laugh Factory, and then she had to stop doing it because of many situations. She got homeless, and then she went back, and it took her 8 years almost. It took me 2 years. Wow. And it humbles me to see some of the greatest comedian, how long it took them. I mean, everybody I ever look up to, Jim Carrey, I mean, everybody. There's a story of their story and the Laugh Factory. I'm very humbled whenever I drove by there and saw my face on the marquee. And I told myself that every time I walk from my apartment in West Hollywood with a green juice, because I was just had a baby. I was fat. I was losing weight. Walking there with my lawn chair, sitting there, trying to hide my face with a big hat. When my rich friend drive down from the hills, I don't want them to see me and think my husband's broke. Like it was every Tuesday I showed up. I did show up. I have better things to do. I can go shopping. I can get a massage. I can take a nap. But no, I was sitting there with crazy people.
And you know what?
Hours, just have a chance to go up, not even guaranteed. And I did that for a year. That's how much I wanted.
And see, Jiaoying, for you going from sitting in a lawn chair to your name on the board right there, that's a humongous jump. Big humongous jump. Big shout out to Tiffany Haddish also, that's actually talked to Jiaoying about her start. And look, you beat her number as far as it goes for getting into the Laugh Factory. You did your thing. Now, can you name some more of the comedy clubs that you have appeared in through your career?
Yes. So I'm going back to New York City this Tuesday to shoot a feature film, and I'll be performing at my home club, Caroline's on Broadway, and The Stand in New York City. So those are two clubs that they really believed in me at the very beginning of my career. With the Carolines, I appeared at Carolines with my 5 minutes spot. They offered me for me to headline a show immediately in 2 months. And I did really great at my first headlining show, and then I got my 1 hour show at Carolines. It was an amazing event. I benefited National Asian American Leadership, a New York chapter, to donate money to them to help with the Asian hate effort, stop Asian hate effort. And I was able to do my comedy and also donate all of my proceedings to the charity that I want to support my community and reclaim the narrative of Asian Americans in media and in the society, that we are not boring, we are not foreigners, we are Americans just like everybody else.
That's right.
And I also the Stand New York has been super generous to me, and they believe me so much. Whenever I go to New York, I would be doing literally 2 or 3 shows every night at the Stand, and I love the audience, I love the club, I love the people there. And I'm going back. I did my 1 hour comedy special at the Stand in November 20th. I sold out the main room, and right after my show, Dave Chappelle came in for pop in. It was drop in. I mean, not pop in. He didn't pop in. He drops in like it's a from heaven. It's so humbling to share the green room with him, to share the same stage with him within 2 hours. There's nothing. I mean, he was doing SNL, so he dropped in, but that he knows there's a comedian on stage when he arrives, and her name is Jiaoying Summers. He may not know how to say this time, but soon he will, because I exist. And that's what is so powerful for me, is that I'm just this open micer girl who was just trying to get in the line at the Laugh Factory, to headline my 1 hour show at the New York Comedy Festival, to share the stage with Dave Chappelle, the greatest living comedian. It humbles me so much.
That's what I'm talking about. I mean, all the opportunities is coming from in front of you, and the people that you have met on the way to your journey through your career. I mean, that is big. All the people you have met, the people you have shared the stage with, the people that have seen you, the jumps and obstacles that you have done. I mean, I'm ready to see what's going to happen to you next month and 3 months from now. I mean, you got more stories to tell. You really do in your career. That's what I'm talking about. Now, let's talk, since you brought this up, let's talk about it. You do have a 30-minute comedy special that's going to be on Peacock and Amazon Prime. Can you tell everybody the name of it, and let's talk about it? What is this show about all the way?
So I have a 30 minutes comedy special on Peacock TV and Amazon Prime. It is called Hot Girl Summers. It is I think I'm the first Chinese American woman to have a special on Peacock, NBC, or Amazon. And also the importance is that that day was one of the most significant day of my life, that I was taping for network comedy special. That's also the day I drove away from my house in a U-Haul, getting a divorce, leaving my marriage. because my love for comedy has ended my marriage, and I choose to pursue my dream than being a housewife and being whatever I was supposed to be doing. So I give up money, comfort to pursue comedy, and it makes me love myself more. Also, it's of course it's a lot of pressure for me because I don't have child support and I have 2 children that they rely on me. So for me, making it is not a choice. It's the only way for me to live is to make it, is to become the best comedian of my generation, is becoming the best comedian of my lifetime. I would be pursuing to get better as long as I'm breathing. So I may not be the best, but as long as I'm alive, I that's why people ask me, you do 14 shows a week, you don't have kids? I'm like, I do. That's why I do 14 shows a week, because in the game of comedy, there's no luck. Like you can suck a dick to get a movie role and get an acting coach just do 20 takes to look good on camera, but in comedy, you die every 15 seconds. There's no dick to fly on stage to make you funny. You are funny or you're not funny. There's no other way. It's a craft. It is a craft. You have the years, the hours I put in front of my phone, talking to the camera, making my videos, or standing at open mic bombing over time and clicking, trying to make things work, perfecting my jokes. They show when I'm at Caroline's, when Dave Chappelle walks in the club, or when I was at the stand, when I'm at the Laugh Factory. It shows because this is a craft. As long as I'm breathing, I'm gonna do to make myself better. That's just the pursuit. It's exciting. It's exciting to see when it works. It's exciting to say some important matter like Asian hate, like why the Little Mermaid can be black, why people are stupid to obsess that she's black. To make those issues funny, it takes effort. Everybody can make a fart joke funny. It's stupid. It's worthless. It's not unnecessary. I wanted to make matters that's important funny, so people can communicate with me. They laugh and they think. To make that happen, you have to work like a peasant. You have to work like a slave peasant every day, every working hour. You think, you run, you try. That's how you can go on stage like Dave Chappelle, say something that's so profound. It looks easy, but it's a hard thing.
You're right. And it seemed like you have mastered that craft, or you're almost at the perfection for that craft. You're doing your thing. You really are. Now, let me ask you this, Jiaoying. Can everybody see that comedy special now? Is it on now?
Yes, it's on TV. It's on Amazon, and I look fat, so just don't judge me. I was bad. I cried for 2 days. Mainly not because my marriage was over, because I was canceled on TikTok at 1 million followers that day. That was why I was crying. My marriage, I was a good husband, but like 1 million followers, come on. But I got my dog I got my TikTok back. So
good. Ladies and gentlemen, it's watching worldwide right now. Make sure you go to Peacock or Amazon Prime to catch that 30-minute special. Don't go right now because you're watching this interview. After the interview, make sure you get on Peacock. Make sure you get on Amazon Prime. You don't want to miss this 30-minute special. You want a good laugh? Make sure you go watch it. You don't want to miss this. Now, let's talk about another thing that you have done, Jiaoying. I mean, like I said, your accomplishments is blowing up. The Asian Hall of Fame. Tell everybody, how did you get into the Asian Hall of Fame and what is it all about?
It's so humbling. Asian Hall of Fame is a nonprofit foundation, honors Asian American artists, entrepreneurs, scientists, to celebrate their achievement and impact in America, to uplift Asian American experiences and pride. And the past inductee includes Bruce Lee, Anna May Wong, so many great people. Lang Lang, Margaret Cho was inducted with me at the same year last month, and it's so humbling to have my name to be inducted into the Asian Hall of Fame among my idols and my icons. And that gave me more reason why I should keep fighting, keep perfecting my craft, so I can address the issue in a way that impacts, that people relate, not from a place, because as a comedian, I can't lecture people. That's a bad comedian. But
Mhm.
I don't want to talk about things that are important. It's not why I do this. So be able to do what I do and make the things that are impactful, funny, it takes work. I have to work 3 times harder because I wish I started comedy when I was 15, but I didn't. I don't even speak English. I'm barely like can really. I translate things. I write all my materials, and I really want to get better and better and better so I can really connect and make a difference.
And you're doing it. You're definitely doing it. Congratulations on the Asian Hall of Fame. Like you said, your name is in the spotlight of others. And trust me, not just anyone can get into that Hall of Fame. You have to do something very big to jump into that. And of course, once again, your work is showing it. Your kids gonna be proud of you. Your fans are proud of you. You're doing your thing, Jiaoying. You definitely are. Now, also, you have if I'm not mistaken, you got your own business called Summers Group. So what is
Yes.
that all about?
So Summer's Group, I have my comedy club, and I also have my podcast called Tiger MILF Podcast,
Okay.
which is is basically I talk to my comedian friends, and we talk about comedy, relationship, dating, motherhood, just can a woman have it all? You know, you
Mhm.
you can have it all.
Wow.
Once you just like know you can. It's just really the power of the mind, because I was the girl who has no potential. I was the girl supposed to be in the dumpster. When I was not in the dumpster, I was a girl that's not attractive. I was a girl that's not valued. But I just believed that I was beautiful, I was smart, I was powerful, I am a star, and I choose to pursue that. It doesn't matter what people tell me. I feel like the major difference between people with great success and people with failures, or like a really really normal life that doesn't achieve anything, is that successful people, like people who are gonna obtain success, they believe in themselves and they have a goal. Once they set a goal, they are going to achieve it, they are going to work towards it. People who do not achieve success, like they have a goal, and then one day somebody tells them something, they're like, oh my god, maybe not, maybe this, maybe that. They don't have the power to be true to their hearts. They are insecure. They don't have courage. Courage and persistence is everything. Once you have that, you are unbeatable. You don't have courage, you don't have persistence, you can't achieve anything. Doesn't matter how smart you are, it doesn't really matter. It's being told no a million times and still keep going.
That's right.
I've been told no my whole life.
And Jiaoying, I'm surprised you said that, because I've told the people that's listening worldwide and watching worldwide right now, I told them this the last 10 seasons. In this industry, for comedians, entertainment industry, whatever, 100 no's can equal one yes. Just because you hear one no, don't you give up, because you never know what that next step is going to take you. So that's why I tell people all the time, 100 no's can't equal one yes.
Exactly. If
Mm-hmm.
you don't want it, you're gonna have it.
That's right.
It's all
That's
here.
right.
It's all here. Then the yes or no's are there. They mean nothing.
Thank you.
Once
Exactly.
you are good, once you, because it's a lonely world. It's a lonely to achieve success is very lonely. It's I locked my club in my club during the pandemic. I was paying the rent, I can't afford it. I was selling my Birkin bags to had the real to pay rent because my husband won't help me. And
Right.
I drive to the club, everything's closed down. I lock myself in there. I sit there. I start to talk to the empty room on the stage with a microphone over and over and over, every day, every month. Nobody would ever see that. They only see my face on the marquee, be like, how can she make it in 2 years? Who she knows, who she's talking to. No, I'm talking to myself. Nobody give a fuck about me. I was competing for the funniest
Yep.
female comic search with the great female comedians right now, and they choose me because I got the most laughter, because I was funny. That's all only reason.
And
And
there's a reason why they chose you.
there's
There's
a hard
definitely a
work
reason.
behind it. And once they kept booking me, it's because when I go there, my fans buy tickets. Because I have fans, I develop my fans. I was throwing up to the toilet when I was pregnant with my baby. I was throwing up. I would throw up in the toilet in the bathroom. Then I tape another 3 TikToks and post it, then throw up again. Nobody know that.
Well,
Having
they
a
know
million
now,
followers,
Jiaoying.
having a million followers is not easy. It's giving up your life.
Yeah.
You don't have a life. Being an influencer is not glamorous.
It's true.
It's not enjoying life. You don't enjoy life. If you enjoy life, you don't take your phone and take some videos when you see something. You enjoy it. I can't enjoy it. I'm not Amy Schumer. I'm not Winnie Cummings yet. Like they have a fan base. I
Mm-hmm.
don't have the mainstream media be like Jiaoying Summers. I will very soon. I will be on late night shows.
Yeah.
But before I get there, I have to show them why should I be there in 3 years. It's because I have billion views all over social media.
That's
There's
true.
something I'm doing that's right. But
That's
I
true.
can't wait for a big break. I can't wait for it. My kids are gonna be hungry. They need diaper, need food. I can't wait for Jimmy Kimmel to be like, Jiaoying Summers, I think you should be on my show. No. I have to be boosting out the views when I'm there because a billion people are watching me. I want to bring value to them. So they want me sooner than later. I don't want opportunities to come to me. I want to create opportunities. Getting more followers through my comedy is creating opportunities. And that's what a winner does. You create.
Right.
Don't listen and bitch about it.
That's right.
Life is not fair.
Yeah,
Life will never be fair. Don't tell me life is not fair. It's not. I'm sorry, I'm yelling. Life is not fair.
It's definitely not. It's definitely not. But I'm gonna tell you one thing that is fair, and I think everybody needs to check it out. That's gonna be your podcast is out. How can everybody actually tune into your podcast?
So it's the Tiger MILF podcast, Tiger MILF. So it's on Apple Podcasts, it's on Spotify, it's Amazon, it's everywhere. JiaoyingSummers.com. You go to my website, you got my tour dates, my news, and my podcast and my merch. I have Tiger MILF t-shirts too. You can buy, and every t-shirt you buy, my daughter get a diaper. So
Nice. Everybody, make sure you go check out the website, check out the podcast on all major streaming platforms. Go to Apple, make sure you catch it. Also, you want a good laugh, you better tune into that podcast. I guarantee you, you will tune away with a smile and a laugh. I guarantee that. Now, Jiaoying, what's the best way for everyone to catch you on social media?
Guys, you can find me everywhere. Okay, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and MySpace. I'm kidding. At Jiaoying Summers, JiaoyingSummers. Jiaoying Summers. I know Summers is the hard part, but you got me.
Nice. Everyone go follow her. Make sure you want to keep up with her. You want to know what she's doing next on her dates. If you're trying to catch her on tour, make sure you go check her out. Get your tickets now. Make sure you go do it. Beat her to the building. Don't meet her there. Beat her there. Make sure you do that. Now, Jiaoying, what advice would you give any male or female that wants to become a successful comedian?
I think my advice would be that success is not guaranteed, but the pursuit of being better at this craft is guaranteed if you don't have a plan B.
Nice. Everyone, don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on your goals. You've seen Jiaoying. You've seen what she done. She told you the story, sitting in the lawn chair. Now her face is on billboards all over social media doing her thing. Now, Jiaoying, this is the last segment of the show. It's called Take the Floor. Of course, you got up to 2 minutes to say whatever you want. No questions asked. Jiaoying Summers, take the floor.
Okay, I want to talk to all women in the world. Is that I think it's not fair. It will never be fair. But once we know it's not fair, and then we become stronger, we fight the system. It's gonna get closer to fair for women, because women are not just as powerful as men. We are more powerful than men. We are, because we have more strength and power and compassion. And I feel like as a mother now, I really understand that why I do this. Yes, my marriage has failed twice, and I never had a love for my father. And my mother and we have a very tough relationship, and now it was repaired like a few years ago. That's the best gift of my life, is my mother being in my life, helping with the children. And I feel like having my son is a chance for me to make it better, because I want to teach him. I raise him. He's, I don't have child support. He's going to be raised by a strong woman. I feel like being strong. People tell me, "Oh my God, you should find a normal job. You can't be a comedian. With your son, like he didn't have a father around." I'm like, no, I'll be a comedian. I'll do what I love, and I'll make a good living doing what I love. And I want to show him what a strong woman is like, because if a man is raised by a strong woman, I feel like that teaches them to respect women. much more. They understand that there's no place in this world for you to distract a woman because she's a woman. Because, you know, if I'm dismissed by my husband, I stay in my marriage, he probably would think women are dismissive, you know, like, why don't you, I want to, like, also my daughter, she would take no shit. Women treat her like garbage. She's like, I don't need you. I can do this on my own. That's why I feel like I want women to know that I know sometimes that when it comes to abortion, babies, I respect every choice. And also, like, if you want that baby, you want the baby, but you think you can't do it, you can do it. You are gonna make it work. If the moment you decide to have a baby, you are gonna make it work. You will. Trust yourself, believe in yourself. And if you do not want the baby, it's not your fault. You decide what your body wants. You know, you are not a criminal. You should not feel guilty. You just made a decision for yourself and for your future. And you are gonna be a great mom one day if you want to. It's not going to make you lesser a mother because you choose to live your life. Because because it's it's a very hard thing for women. It's our body, and the men, they just like, they don't really decide anything. It's a woman take all the guilt and you take all the pressure. But for the girls who want to keep the baby and worried about they can't do it, you can. You are gonna make it work. You can always do it. It's hard, but life is not gonna get easier. We just get stronger. That's all. Life won't get easier, but we get stronger, so it looks easier. It will get easier because we're gonna be stronger. So yes. I just that's probably my 2 minutes. I just want all the girls, women, you can do anything you want in this life. You can be an orphan. You can be beaten, unwanted, or raped, or abused. But you are here and you are listening. It's because you deserve to have anything you ever want in life. You are the only person who decide you can't have it. Nobody else can decide that. So if you are like, is that too ambitious? No, it's not. You deserve it. You can have it. That's all I want to say to girls.
Thank you. Thank you, Jiaoying. Thank you for being on the show. I would love to have you back on in the future.
I would love to.
Yes. All right, everybody. Get ready for the next episode of the Big Scoop with Coop. My next guest is, you know I don't never announce my next guest. You better follow me on social media to find out who's coming on at Big Scoop with Coop. Until next time, people, at the Big Scoop with Coop. Peace.